it is anymore because games are getting made up left and right. I'm going to call it a week 9 match because we're pretty much in week 9. We have a matchup between Seven Deadly Sins and Goldie and the Silver Dwarves. Seven Deadly Sins will be starting off this first game on the blue side. That is Light Pulse in the top lane, Jingo Unchained in the jungle, Black Strand in the mid lane, made up left and right. With I'm going to call it Salute as the bot lane. While Goldie and the Silver Dwarves will be taking red side first game. That'll be Garfield Juice top lane, Chudo in the jungle, Enchante in the mid lane, and the Family Man and Super Hoagie bringing in the bot lane. And we're going to get into picks and bans here. And it looks like a first ban, Lulu, pointed at Super Hoagie. And then they're going to bring it right back with the Jace ban pointed directly at Light Pulse. It's one of his champs. I mean, what can I say? I'm not sure that the Jace is the best champion to ban against Sebastian right now, but sometimes it has that effect on people. We also see a Zac ban coming in from Seven Deadly Sins. Pointed at Chudo. He's a good Zac player. And it's arguably his strongest jungler, so I like that ban. A Lux ban coming against Balakistran, one of his good champs. He's good on those long range, high DPS champions, stuff like the Brand, the Lux. You could kind of throw the Annie in there, even though she's a little lower range. And then the Jhin ban, which means Draven is open for Family Man.
All right, Eric. So I've done the research. Sorry to interrupt you. I've done the research.
You good?
Week 8 match. These two
okay,
teams.
So it's week 8.
Week 8 match, right? Currently, right now, Seven Deadly Sins are battling to get a top 2 spot. Okay, they have 13 points. They pretty much need to win this game to get a spot. Goldie and the Silver Dwarves, however, if they win this game, they still have one more game, and then they would be tied with best team to make a playoff spot. So it's coming down. This is a really important match, man. Either way, a tie really doesn't benefit either team. So teams are looking to win this one 2-0.
And I should have mentioned right at the beginning, I'm not casting alone, thank God. We have, as you've already heard, the Gurgalicious with us. We also have the one and only Allergic to Milk.
Go big or go home.
There you
go.
And
somebody's gonna win.
I believe Fleeing Panda is hiding around here, so you might hear him at some point.
I am not.
He says, "No, I'm not." Sounds about right. So yeah, we're still waiting on the third ban here.
Wait a second. Who invited Sal? I didn't know we were all on the same page as this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You did.
Sure.
Whatever.
He's right.
But yeah, so that leaves the Draven open for Family, and I'm not. I mean, I know what Jirachi likes to play fairly long range AD carries, stuff like Jinx, Ferris, even the Ziggs, which should, provided he doesn't play like a monkey, which should be fine to handle the Draven lane. And the Galio ban, they know what Blackie Chan can do on that champ. Fair warning, sometimes I call Blackistran Blackie Chan because I think it's more fun to say that. So if I say that, that's who I'm referring to. So what do we think?
Brings off the tongue better.
Pick here. It does. It certainly does. Well, that answers that question quickly. It's going to be the first pick, Graves. Easily one of the strongest junglers on 7.4. He just deals so much damage. The question is going to be what Shudo can play into it. I feel like the Kha'Zix wouldn't be a bad choice into it. And there it is. Look at me.
You're a mind reader.
Just an FYI, you're popping with your mind.
I know. It'll fix. And then the second pick, Draven. So Kha'Zix Draven coming in. We got lots of lethality abusers so far in this game. But the Kha'Zix pick isn't bad into Graves because Kha'Zix and Graves are both kind of that jungler that want the other jungler to walk into them and then take a crap load of damage. And so if they're both that way, it could go either way. And then we're going to see Ziggs pick up. Cool. I'm guessing that's going to go to Jirachi. Although it could still go to Balakistran. There's no reason that it wouldn't be a champ to fit his playstyle. I just know that Jirachi really likes it and has been playing it fairly regularly. And I'm thinking they're gonna pick their support here, maybe a Thresh for Symphonic Salute or a Karma or something like that, or the Nautilus. I don't think that's going to Light Pulse though. I mean, it's funny because when I was practicing for a matchup one time and I had him play Nautilus, we scrim lanes against each other a little bit. I had him play the Nautilus into something just to see how that lane played out, and it's not fun. And Nautilus is a champ who, in the right hands, can really pressure very hard fairly early, which fits Sebastian's playstyle pretty well. It's a tank. It's kind of like the Huni thing. Huni doesn't really like playing the tanks. Light Pulse doesn't really like playing the tanks either. So I don't know if this is going to him. I think that's going to be a Nautilus for Symphonic Salute is what I'm guessing. Although I do know from when we played this team, because my team just played going into Silver Doors, Garfield Juice leaned on the Maokai the first game, and I played the Nautilus into it. And the Nautilus wins that lane pretty well, and so maybe it's Light Pulse saying, "Yo, come at me," but I doubt it. We're gonna see a Xerath pickup going to Enchante. I wanted to take a moment to tell the other casters in the room that you are more than welcome to pipe in whenever you want, because I'm talking a lot.
I like to hear your voice.
Well, that
That's
makes
not
one of
my-
us. Yes, I just roasted myself. And then the Blitzcrank for Hoagie coming in. It's going to be a Draven Blitzcrank bot lane. That's going to be...
Ooh, it's gonna be deadly.
I mean, if it is the Ziggs bot, like, the thing with Ziggs is if positioning is, like, the key thing on it. If you position poorly, yeah, sure, you have your satchel charge to help you out a little bit, but you take one bad trade into a Draven Blitzcrank lane, it's going to make that lane a lot tougher. And then if you take another bad trade or you get hooked again, then you're dead. Because that's the type of lane that Draven Blitzcrank is. And I believe Family Man and Hoagie have only played this lane once. And they just steamrolled that game through the bot lane. Like there was nothing that could be done. I don't remember what playing it into, but it was not pretty. So what are we thinking here? What are we thinking are going to be the picks here for Team 1? I think they're picking a mid laner and a top laner still.
Yeah. I'm
Good
surprised. I'm surprised with the Jace ban with Light Pulse. I mean, I know he plays Jace, but Jace is a very mid lane pick right now. And I don't know if Blackie Chan plays Jace at all, but
The ban is
Seems
100% at Light Pulse.
is it? Okay.
Yeah, he's played it once in this thing, and he went like 12-1 or something,
I
and
think
absolutely wrecked through top lane.
an Annie would be good. Annie mid would help more team focus play.
Oh, I think it could be. So we got the Leona pickup for Symphonic Salute. I think one of two things. It could be a Nautilus jungle. Nautilus doesn't have the greatest clear speed as a jungler, but it's kind of the old adage with Nautilus, which is if you have it on your team, you just have the Nautilus, like the CC that champion can provide. And then it could be a Grace top, which would kind of fit the carry mentality of Light Pulse. I don't know that I've ever seen him play it, but I mean, he's a good enough player that he doesn't have to be regularly playing stuff to be able to pull it out. Or it could be Light Pulse taking the Nautilus and almost listening to me a little bit and actually playing a tank that can pressure.
I'd like to say earlier today I did a duo game with Sebastian in which I played Nautilus and carried his sorry ass. So that is 100% why he's picking it.
I mean, it's a strong champ, and if you think about the tanks from top lane, like it before 7.4, it was kind of him and Maokai at the top of the table. And then Maokai got those nerfs. Nautilus wasn't touched. So now Nautilus's priority just goes up. And we got an Ari pickup for Balakistran. Not a bad one. Should play well. Should play okay into the Xerath as long as you can dodge the skill shots. That's the thing. Any champion can play well into it as long as you can dodge the skill shots. So
I'm excited to see how these teams kind of work out a little bit here. The Leona Ari is a lot of that, pick potential. Honestly, I mean, Nautilus, Leona Ari, and then what are the last picks here? Ziggs and
And a Graves.
Like that's a fucking crazy team. That's
I
so much
I'm
damage
a
that they can get in on it.
I'm a little concerned that there's not enough AD because
Not enough AD. What are you crazy?
you've got
You got
Graves,
Graves.
and then
That's all you need.
the bulk of your DPS then is Ari
So
and
Graves, Ziggs, and Ari. It's Graves,
and
man.
I'm just ever so slightly concerned because
I get you. I get
I
you.
was also expecting that Sebastian would be on like a AD hard carry top laner, and it's looking like he's going to be on the Nautilus, which well, I mean it can deal damage, but it's not going to be dealing AD. It's going to be dealing AP. We're going to have the Scion pick up the last pick, Scion into Nautilus. That's arguably a skill lane. The thing that the Scion's got to watch out for is there's so many ways. The bulk of the Scion damage in trades is landing his Q and getting the knockup into the stun. The key is going to be figuring out when you can use it that it won't get canceled, because the range of the Nautilus hook is long enough that you can stay out of the range of it and hit your hook and pull them out of the animation, if effectively nullifying the trade.
That's easier said than done, but true.
It is, and I mean, you're able as Scion, you can just stand behind minions and to kind of body block it. So I mean, there's counterplay there.
I don't disagree
We'll
with you.
see.
It definitely is that pick. I mean, that potential there to kind of counteract with everything they're trying to do as we get
I
into the game.
Yeah, I think Scion has better poke in
I
lane because of
recommend
his E.
skipping.
They both have kind of shielding type Ws.
Never look back.
It should, barring something happening like what happened the other night on my Nautilus game where I eventually was just 6-1 out of nowhere. Barring that happening, it should just evolve into a wet noodle
Going.
fight in top lane.
Yeah, I get that. That's the tank meta, my friend.
Yep, I love it. It's fun. Everybody else hates it, but I
My
love it.
genius will be understood eventually.
Yo, you're thinking of changing roles next season, though. What are you gonna change to?
Well, I mean, I like playing support too, and I like playing AD.
Support's
I just
fun.
want, yeah. And I've been playing a lot of support in duo queue and had some success. Some finding either.
Galio, though.
Yeah, that
Looks
it
dope.
would fit my playstyle pretty well.
It would
Top
fit
lane,
literally everyone's
like,
style because he's dope.
well, let's not get carried away now.
Dude, I'm gonna be a support player with him.
Yeah,
He looks like a monster.
I could see him working as a support. I just feel like you give that type of a Galio the top lane income, it could be pretty. So what are you making of this draft here so far, Milk? I'm not calling you allergic to milk every dang time. That's too much.
I don't know. I like the Scion with the Xerath. I think that's a good pickup. Hopefully Zion just charges in, hits up some carries, and Xerath just ults. Be good. But I do like for Blackie Chan, I think the Ahri is a really good idea too against Xerath. So he can use Ahri's ult just to dodge all Xerath's skill shots, or whenever Xerath ults, Ahri can maybe dash in, land a charm. So kind of a counter pick,
Yeah,
sort of.
Silent Taco does make a good note though, and that is that going to your point, Eric, if you do the double AP, your AD is inherently stronger if they're stacking MR.
I mean, I see that. It's
And it is great with
different.
armor pen build, man.
I just feel like it's different than you can talk about like running single damage type comps, and a lot of people will say that an all AD comp can work right now, because of the way armor pen, or at least, because of the way it's working. You could have like a Jace top, a Kha'Zix jungle, a Zed mid, and a standard AD carry, and be fine. But there's just not the same type of magic pen options available to champions like Ahri and Ziggs, where they've either got to get one of their two carries way ahead, or Jingo has to be ahead. Like there's no coming out of lane even, I think, because eventually Blitzcrank and Scion are just gonna have MR and one armor item, and it's gonna be hard to kill them.
I get what you're saying.
And it's not like that other AD sources coming out of the
Mhm.
top lane because Nautilus isn't going to build any AD.
I understand
You
that.
might see him build Asterix Gauge, but
Mhm.
that's cheese. That's way cheese. We'll see
Way
though. I mean,
cheese.
way cheese. That's like Gouda.
Berry
That's
cheese, dairy cheese, blue cheese.
Sal's about to throw up on us over here.
You're making me sick. No. I think looking at the teams right now, I would definitely give the edge to it's Goldie and the Silver Dwarves. Is that
Mhm.
correct? I give them the edge in laning phase with the especially bot lane. If Hoagie can land some hooks, Draven's just gonna get a kill or at least burn plenty of sums.
Absolutely.
But I definitely get the late game to Light Pulse's team, which is team 5.
I agree with you, and I give it to you because of one reason. I think the Nautilus Engage is more reliable. The Nautilus Leona Gauge is a lot more reliable than a Scion Blitzcrank. Nautilus just has to hit one button on either Enchante or Family Man,
Mm-hmm.
and he's done his
Yep.
job. And the
And then
rest is all gravy. Garfield Juice has skill shots. Like every bit of engage from Scion is skill shot based. I'm not saying that she can't do it. It's just it's not as reliable as a Nautilus.
it's just a domino effect for Light
Mhm.
Pulse team. It's just Nautilus can ult, then Leona can follow with his AoE ult, Ziggs ults, and then Ari and Graves can
Absolutely.
clean up. It's very simple. If they can get the picks, I think they win
Yeah.
every team fight.
That's part of the nice thing about Nautilus. It's not hard.
So should be a good game.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see Chudo play a little bit aggressively. I don't know if he can play aggressively into the jungle because Graves handles that fairly well. But I could definitely see him playing a little bit of aggressively. I wouldn't necessarily suggest him camp top. I know he likes to because I just played against him and I think I got ganked like 4 times the first game or something. They got 1 kill out of it, which helped a little bit. But it's a Scion that you'd be snowballing, and that's not going to do nearly as much as if you can get some really early pressure onto Balakistran before he's 6, before he has mobility, or into the bot lane. You've got a winning lane. In my opinion,
Definitely.
the Ziggs Leona will eventually scale the Draven Blitzcrank, but early on, I think that bot lane is tilted heavily in favor of Goldie and the Silver Doors.
Completely agreed. And we might see a cheese from them, especially with the Blitzcrank. If they can get some nice wardage in the jungle, maybe Kha'Zix can get a Steel Graves blue. Maybe they can get a couple picks with Blitzcrank and Xerath and Draven.
Oh yeah,
They can get a nice early lead. I'm
I think-
assuming they'll probably expect it, but you never know.
the biggest X factor in this, you've got Jingo and Chain and Chudo both on both on AD junglers that want to fight early, and I think this game will go in the favor of whoever can get the most successful ganks off in 10 minutes. I really do.
Agreed.
We should
I
get like
think-
a little counter on the screen ticking successful ganks so that we can see it.
I think if Chudo was, especially with the blitz early, they should definitely try to deep ward the jungle and see if Kha'Zix can get maybe some of that. What is that? It's his passive where he gets like bonus damage for by yourself enemies. Maybe pick off Graves in his jungle once.
Maybe.
Maybe steal his red because Graves is really powerful with a red buff. So
yes, he is. I'm gonna give you a heads up, Sal. Greg already
Mhm.
knows this, but my game usually loads in a little slow. So anything funky happens early, you're probably gonna have to take it.
okay, I'll do my best.
Because you have a toaster
But
and
by
a dead
having,
hamster.
by having a toaster, would that not mean that I have access to toast?
And
Which,
yeah,
let's
that's
be
true.
real,
Do you have
Who
access
doesn't?
to toast?
Well, no, because I don't have
You're
bread.
fucking dead to us.
Let's be real. Who doesn't want toasted midnight? That sounds phenomenal right
I
now.
want toast.
Hell yeah.
Cinnamon with cinnamon
Amen.
sugar on it.
Yo, those carbs will put you right to
Gross.
sleep. Put a little butter on it, you know, some
You don't need no butter. Just
jelly.
cinnamon and sugar. Cinnamon and sugar, dude.
Ooh,
Cinnamon
cinnamon.
and sugar all the way. My mom used to make that for us all the time when I was growing up. It was the best thing ever. It'd be that and toenail
Sounds good.
holes.
This might sound weird, but I do like cinnamon in my coffee. Might sound weird, but
I can see it.
I
can see
do
it. It's not for
enjoy
me,
it.
but I can see it. It's a little
Something
different, but I can see it.
yeah.
I usually just load as much creamer and sweetener into my coffee as I can because I hate the taste of coffee.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So why do you
Um,
drink it?
For energy. And I actually loaded in time. Look at me go.
Here we
fam.
go. Love that grape skin.
The best of the
So
Snow
many
Day skins
degrees.
from this
Yeah,
year has to
very
be
cool.
that Snow Day Braum skin. Oh, did I accidentally
yeah.
pause? I accidentally paused it. Rip me.
25.
29, 30, right?
I'm at 30 right now.
Cool.
Am I
perfect.
behind? Oh, okay.
I was making sure I was caught back up to you. And it looks like no quick
No,
level
no.
one. The only thing we might see is Hoagie try for a little cheesy pull over the Dragon Wall.
Maybe.
They're playing safe enough, and they even have light pulls down here just to make sure. They're playing safe enough that they should be out of range of it. Intrigued to just see the 5-point defense here from
hmm
Golden
I think
Silver Doors with the Blitzcrank.
I think it's very smart with the Blitzcrank. Better be safe than sorry.
Well, but
For sure.
they have the Blitzcrank and they're doing the 5-point defense. That's what I'm intrigued at. It's like they're expecting an invade.
Right,
with
right.
Blitzcrank, which I
Which is smart by them.
I don't think we're talking about the same team right now.
No, I'm
This-
saying the Graves and Ari, like, I'm glad that they're all grouped up because of Blitz hooks, it shouldn't really matter because they have their whole team to back them up.
Right, and I was just saying I was surprised at the 5-point defense from the red team.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Wow, Sal, you're dead to us.
It's the
Just like
non-protein
Eric.
in my diet.
I don't have the same catch synergy with you that I do with Greg. Rip.
I know, dude.
Greg would have known what I meant.
Oh, I was listening. I knew what you meant. I just wanted to say it to insult Sal. Sal's dead to me, in case you weren't aware of stream.
It's already been
I think a
known.
lot of people are dead to you.
You're dead to me, Bandit.
The one tricky thing about Nautilus that I think people underestimate is how slow his auto attack animation is, and it makes last hitting a little bit tricky until you start to get used to it. It looks like Light Pulse is doing just fine with it, so no worries yet. But everything's still fairly standard. It looks like we might be in position
Ooh.
either for Chudo to be able to contest the blue buff, or for both junglers to collide in top lane at level 3. Because Chudo is starting his red buff right now while Graves is finishing up Wolves. He'll be level 3. Looks like he's going to take the blue buff. Looks like he's going to pass on the blue buff for now and just start to path his way topside. Or he's going to go try and take the Scuttle Crab and get some health back. We could see the junglers meet here because I think Chudo has the same idea. No smites are up, so it's gonna be fight for it, and no fight for
Ooh.
that was anticlimactic. But now, because of that, Chudo has a lane on this blue buff here, and he is here, and I don't know if Jingo knows because the blast cone missed him, and Chudo's smite is now up. Oh,
Ooh.
and it passed away, and he's got a blast cone there. He could make a play for this. He's gonna blast in. It's still sitting at about 750 health. He
Graves
smites a
still
little
got it.
early. Graves got it. The smite went down at about 700, and he still got it.
It was a good try.
Good try.
Good,
All
good
in
idea.
all,
Go
he's
back
gonna go
in.
in for a trade here, and the blast's going away. But he is sandwiched off right now, and he is about to be collapsed on by 3 people. Chudo waiting in the bush, but he's on a ward. Light Pulse coming in. He's already low
Nice
health. though.
hook.
Dredgeline hits the flash Q from Garfield Juice. Huge. This is a crazy fight. It's going to be a flash over for Jingo into a first blood. But what else comes from this? We're going to see a kill going over to Garfield Juice. That's a double buff Scion now. The stun hits from Enchante. It's going to be a lot of damage coming in. A flash over the wall. Nice. And a nice root there from Light Pulse to hold him in place. All in all, it's going to be a 1-for-1. But a Scion with double buffs, which not necessarily the most fun thing. I mean, it's still just Scion, though. I mean, he can abuse that a little bit, but he's on a lower health right now than Light Pulse. and neither of them have any stacks left in their Corrupting Potion. I think if Lightpulse can get a good trade in, he might come out ahead.
Ooh.
It's looking like he got about an even trade. The hook going in onto Jirachi bot lane. It's going to be a lot of damage come out, and he takes his satchel charge backwards and flashes over the wall. That was a failed flash from Family Man, though. And a heal down. 3 suns burnt on both sides. The only suns up left are both of the supports' flashes. The failed flash from Family Man, though, that feels bad, man.
Feels bad. Everybody's playing aggressive all around the map.
It's times like this where directed camera is kind of nice, and the game like tells you, hey, something's happening here.
Oh, I've been just clicking everywhere. Am I doing it wrong?
Doing it wrong.
Sauce working hard, man.
Dude, I'm getting my exercise in my right hand right now.
I imagine we're probably going to see a TP back top lane here from Light Pulse. Does he have enough gold for Cinder? He does have enough gold for Bami's Cinder. If he waits for 5 more, which I imagine is what he's going to do.
Meanwhile, both junglers are bot.
Very interesting that their paths have pretty much been the same this game. They both started bot side, worked their way top side, collided, and then they both just eventually cleared their way down bot side. However, Jingo's still here. He found a control ward for his time. He's low mana, which is tough, but I mean, he is still a Graves. He does still have auto attacks, albeit 2 of them. Farm across the board. Garfield Juice up. A little bit of farm, about a wave of farm. That combined with his kill gives him a little bit of an edge, but none of it, it's all just gold that he's sitting on right now. So he's sitting on about 300 more gold than Light Pulse. And that's just in the bank. So that's just a lead that he will gain later once he actually buys it. But we've got a nice little 2-wave lead by Family Man in the bot lane over the Sigs. The trick is going to be, I really think this bot lane needs to get some kills for the pressure that they have. Because like I said, I think eventually that bot lane just outscales.
Agreed. Plus, with the Draven gets a kill, he's going to get a mounts amount of gold.
Oh,
so maybe
right.
Kha'Zix should definitely try to gank bot lane, hopefully get Draven ahead. Because if he doesn't get ahead early, I mean, he's going to be a monster late, but they just have Light Pulse. They have such a better team fight, it's not even going to matter. So
It's got to be a bug on spectator mode, but my spectator mode says that Family Man has 16 stacks of adoration. There's no way that he only has 16 stacks of adoration. I wish it went bugging out, because...
How do you bring up the scoreboard? Sorry, quick question.
You don't bring up the scoreboard. The scoreboard, you bring it... Oh,
okay, thank you.
No, he has 17 stacks of adoration.
he's got more than that. There's no way he only has 17. We got
Says the same thing on mine.
The ult comes in.
Ooh,
the
nice
knock-up
gank
comes
by
in,
Chuda.
Chuda's here, and it's going to be a kill over to Goldie and the Silver Dwarves. That's what I'm saying. Like, Chudo's... The kills that they've got have been on top side, and you've got a 1-0-1 Sion right now. While Sion himself can't hard carry, like, Sion can make it really tough for Balakistran and Jingo to get in onto Enchante and Family Man. It adds a lot to the death ball. Let's put it that way.
Agreed. I think in the long run, though, the ganks in the top lane, I don't think they really mean much, especially with these 2 tanks, because Nautilus, even without a lot of farm or kills, he's going to grow naturally.
He's still Nautilus.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to fucking see Jingo and Chain go off on this Graves.
Yeah,
He's got a huge farm lead right now.
He can do it.
he
I
does.
believe in him.
Impossible. He should play Jin Jungle. It would make more sense with his username.
Lol. So we got some nice harass coming out of Enchante. He's got Balakistran down to about half health. A little bit less than half health now. It might force a back here from Balakistran. I don't know that he has any other potions. No, he does not. But he does have the last chapter. So, I mean, as long as he can safely level up, he can regen some of that back. The difference, though, is that Enchante's sitting on 4 pots still. So that I think the regen from that, in addition to Enchante having last chapter, just wins it. But he's got very low mana. And Shudo just took the next blue buff, so there's no blue buff incoming for Enchante right now. He is still Xerath, does still get mana back from fast. He's going for the kill. He's trying to hit it. He Can he hit the last one? He does, and it's going to be a solo kill onto Blackstrand from Enchante. Well played. Enchante, Blackstrand, that's kind of what I was saying, was if he can find a way to safely just level up, but he wasn't able to, unfortunately.
I'm surprised Ari did an ult.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, ult is still off.
She still had one of her charm things going. She could have ulted out of that ult, but...
And we might see early Dragon take here. Judo, he's level 6, so he's got the empowered Q. And while that was nerfed, I believe, and while that's happening, we get kills on the bot side. TP coming in from Garfield Juice. He might not even need it, though. The damage is just too much coming out. And it was a double TP! Enchante's here, too. It's going to be another kill for Garfield. No, for Enchante. And we got the ult coming in. Light Pulse is going to pick up a kill on the backside of it. Blackstrand's here. He gets hooked by Super Hoagie. There's a lot of damage still coming out. The charm will miss, and it's probably going to be at that point that they all back off. Ultimately, I believe it's a 2-for-1 because Jirachi went down early in that engage, which prompts the TPs. And now we have a Light Pulse, a Nautilus with double buffs. He looks like he might stick around. He still has flash. Now he's just gonna head on back. I think he just realized he was backing on a ward and said, "Yeah, better." So we got ourselves a little, almost 2.3, 2.2 or so gold lead coming out for Goldie and the Silver Dwarves. That's going to make it tough on this team because Sion can get to his, I'm assuming, Spirit Visage, although he might go Banshee's Veil. He might go both, even. I wouldn't put it past him. Sion's going to get really tanky. Enchante's going to have a lot of damage. He skips out on finishing his Morellos and just straight up picks up a needlessly large rod. He's going to have a lot of damage. He's got a full needlessly large rod over Blackstrand right now. Now Chuda's going to go back onto this dragon. This one's a little bit riskier because they don't have the numbers.
Here comes Blackstrand.
Blackstrand's coming in.
Oh, easy kill.
Chuda's already half health.
Missed his charm.
Misses the charm. Oh, it did hit. He's going to force the ult from Chudo. Can he get away?
I think he got him.
Ignite into some damage. Mega Infernal Bomb going down. Ignite will actually take down Chudo. But what did they get off the rest of this fight here? Family Man picks up another kill. Enchante takes another kill. Global ult's just doing work. Blackstrand's still doing some work on the backside of this fight, though. And the dragon is going to reset after all of that. And Blackstrand will pick up 2 more kills.
Dude, they're just cleaning up here, man. I mean, this has actually been a pretty good game though so far. I mean, both teams have been kind of trading back. You know, a little bit of lead here, a little bit of lead there. I think a big. Oh, and Garfield Juice is going in. Does use the ultimate on Light Pulse. Gets the slow. He's gonna try to chase it. He gets the 1-0 attack, the 2-0 back attack, the flash, and the proc for the W.
Flash
W.
Oh, and the mastery spam. Oh.
BM baby. Dude, he's doing a great job up there. He's really having a huge impact here. You know, he's able to, as 2 tank lanes, he's able to shut down Light Pulse. He did go, interesting enough, he did go Haunting Guys. I think he just had the minion advantage there, and that's why he won that so hard. I don't really think the build path kind of has an impact. What do you think, Eric?
What, on Sion?
Well, I guess on the Chain Vest, the Sunfire versus going for Spirit Visage / Sunfire.
Well, that part of the thing about tank itemization, Spectre Scowl's really nice into most of them. Nautilus and Makai especially. Most of what they deal is magic damage. The thing about Sion, while he does have some magic damage, a heftier bulk of what he deals is actually AD. Because his Q's AD, and he's auto-attacking you a lot. So I don't dislike going for the Chain Vest, which is going to build eventually into your Sunfire Cape. I just think it makes sense. It makes sense on the Nautilus to rush to that Sunfire Cape in this matchup. Because you're not going to be taking as much magic damage from the Sion as, like, we see Sion's got his Spirit Visage first. He's taking mostly magic damage. And if he gets roamed on by Blackstrand, or if he TP's bot, that's all magic damage too. And the one thing that some top laners don't think about is what type of damage do I take if I get ganked? And he's taking AD damage from Kha'Zix. At that point, it works really well to have your Chain Vest and have the armor and you do get ganked, because it's going to happen. I don't disagree with it. I guess that's a long-winded way of saying I don't disagree with the build path on Light Pulse. After all of the mess that was that early dragon fight, it still hasn't been taken, and now we see Jingo and Shane trying to sell it off. Shudo looks like he's stopping for his blue buff, so he might not get there in time to stop this at all.
No, here they
Oh,
come.
they know. Oh, there was a ward on it.
Shudo got it.
Steal
With the
happens.
swipe.
The steal happens and the kill, but what's coming off the back end of this? Family
still
Man is a
following
Shane
up
CC.
here.
There's just
Oh,
not enough
no.
damage.
I
Jirachi
accidentally
is
paused the
down.
stream. Rest in peace.
Balakastrand, the charm hits Shudo. It's going to be another kill over to Balakastrand.
Sorry.
Balakastrand's starting to get some gold into his system. He's still going to be a little bit behind the Xerath, but with Enchante picking the least large rod early instead of finishing his Morellas, that's the one thing that I think Balakastrand has over him right now is he has an item completed, and so he starts to get that passive from it.
You know what I know is very strong on the team of Goldie and the Silver Dwarves?
ZZ Rat.
The Xerath.
Oh, I thought you were talking an item.
The fed ass Xerath, man. That's,
I thought you were
that's
talking about an
huge.
item.
Dude, he's 3-0. He's got a needlessly large rod and a Morello finish at 16 minutes in. I mean, on the opposite side, Balakastrand is fed too. But like, dude, what's his name? Enchante has a whole needlessly large rod ahead of him. Unless Ari's spent the gold. Yeah, he's just sitting on 14k. So I guess they are even there. And he's roaming bottom right now too. Gonna maybe try to come through lane. Symphonic might move up to try to clear this ward here. Ari's coming in the bush. Has not been spotted yet.
And there's no wards in that bush.
Not sure what they're gonna try to do though. Maybe get a Leona ultimate. They still don't know he's there.
The Leo ult is
I don't really think they can get much
like
out of this
2
though.
seconds off cooldown.
No, he's just gonna back out. Yeah, I just think it was too aggressive. Trying to force something a little bit too much.
If you want my opinion, you can talk about the Xerath being fed, and this might just be mid lane, top lane bias here, but I think the bigger threat is that eventually nobody's going to be able to answer Garfield juice. And we see a great play coming out of Balakastrand.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
what an
the
outplay.
turn!
Got 2
Oh
places
my
there.
Eric, you were
god,
saying?
the stun. It was good.
Eric,
And
what were
Shudo's
you
gonna
saying?
come
Is Eric not having an impact? What?
I never said he wasn't going to have an impact. I never said that.
No, big fight coming in bottom lane though. Trying to chase
I
it
just-
down here. The Bubby's far from Leona. Nope. We're just gonna back out. Not gonna be able to get anything of it.
Ziggs ult. Ooh.
It's almost going to kill Super Hoagie. I think Jirachi has DFT, but it's not going to be enough damage to pop him over time. Somehow, in the middle of all of that, Garfield Juice wound up behind the top lane tier 1. His ulti's up. I think he was just trying to pressure a little bit, and it's going to be first tower rolled over to Garfield Juice. This is going to be a really tanky Scion. He is almost 2k gold up on Light Pulse right now, and he hasn't spent any of that. He's about to go finish his Sunfighter cape. I wouldn't mind seeing a ZZ Rat either out of Garfield Juice. I think it'd be pretty strong for this comp. Did I just pause too?
My game froze.
Well,
Didn't say it paused, it just
Oh,
froze.
it's
yeah,
back.
we're back.
It's
1801, 1802, 03.
Yep.
Okay. And we see the gold lead growing ever larger here for Goldie and the Silver Dwarves. They're sitting
Yeah, I'm
now
at
on
18.
Oh,
160.
Jirachi.
And we have a lead. We're probably going to see a pause here.
Well, our stream paused.
Well, let's talk
You-
about this
You
one
know
for a
what this
second.
pause is
So-
a good time to do, Eric?
Eat toast.
Do you know any friends of yours that, I don't know, maybe have a website where they review games?
Oh god.
Yo, I heard it sucks. Though.
That's what I heard too.
I heard
he's
he
gonna review in
quit.
like a year.
I'm retired while I'm hot. I got
Wow.
100 unique viewers, and that's all I need.
Yep, and there's the pause.
SalesGamesReviews.weebly.com, everybody.
Well, let's take a second here. Think about what can Seven Deadly Sins do to try and overcome some of this gold lead. Their top laner really isn't right now able to play the way he wants, which is just to pressure and push and be annoying. And I think a lot of it comes back to just Scion's picked up some pretty good kills. Picked up one in a little skirmish earlier. Picked up one bot lane. I think he just got an assist from bot lane. Either way, like Scion's doing some work right now, and it's making it very tough on Light Pulse. I think if they can find a way to get Light Pulse kind of back into the game, because you talk about it, it's still a Nautilus, it's still team fight pressure, but if he can't ever get the side lanes figured out, then it's just going to be a kind of a snowball through top lane where just they never have the wave pressure, and eventually somebody could just go split push down the tower or two, and really start to open this game up. I don't know what you guys think, but
You know what I think?
I
What's
have
that?
a lot of thoughts. What do you think, Greg?
I think I have a new way to advertise for Sal's game reviews.
Oh my god.
You watching the stream?
I can put logos through every pause of my 2 reviews. Have you actually read any of the reviews? I think they're
I haven't
pretty
even been to them.
professional.
I haven't even been to the website. I'll be completely real with you.
It's a funny website. Anyways, I think Scion's so ahead, he should just keep split pushing. Once he gets first tier turret, get a ZZ Rot portal, and just make it that much harder for Nautilus to keep defending turrets.
Exactly.
Oh, lucky I can't figure it out.
What?
No reviews for you, my friend.
I remember I said in Champ Select when with the Ahri and Xerath lane, when Xerath ulted, Ahri should dash in with her ult and charm, blah. We saw that, but she took tower shots, and plus
Yep,
Xerath was
and-
super fed. She
and
got
they
a
got
free kill.
and she got stunned under the tower too. That was the moment that it turned towards Enchante.
So if 7 Deadly Sins want to make a
You said it.
Light Pulse, just what?
Nothing.
Oh, sorry. If,
No, you're good, dude. You're rocking, man.
if 7 Deadly Sins want to make a comeback here, keep Light Pulse just following Scion and just try to keep building full on tank. I think Leona's pretty no deaths, but I think she should get a redemption in this game to help with the Xerath poke and
Not a bad idea, actually.
get Ziggs and Ahri.
That's not a bad
Just
idea
keep
at all.
Ziggs and Ahri should just keep wave clearing and try
Right.
to keep wave clearing. Maybe get a pick, get a charm, get Ziggs with the AoE ult and the Leona ult, and then they can come back. I think they just got to play really defensive and have really good deep ward coverage. They all 5 of them should keep buying control wards because they're behind,
Absolutely.
but they definitely can come back. Xerath can keep poking. If Draven keeps dodging skill shots like he's been doing, I think Goldie and the Silver Dwarves can get it. But if 7 Deadly Sins can keep wave clearing and Sebastian can keep Sign at bay a little bit, I think
Right.
they have a chance to get back in too.
And I do think it's I agree. I think it's in Goldie and the Silver Door's best interest to kind of keep Garfajuice splitting as long as they can. I think it all comes down to, like we were talking, I just think Nautilus is a better team fighter than Scion. Right now,
Hold on a
Scion's
second.
gonna...
I'm gonna go find out what the pause is about. I will be right back.
Alright. Right now, Scion's going to win the 1v1.
They're not gonna hear what you're saying, unfortunately. I'll be right back.
Well, I'll stop talking.
Yo, are you guys done with this pause?
We're waiting for Rich.
Are you
he had
almost
to
done?
Yeah,
I think we still got 21 minutes.
Yeah,
like-
but like. Alright.
30 seconds. Like 30 to a minute.
Alright. Seems like
I'm gonna
someone
link-
disconnected.
I mean, I could have told you that. Jirachi DC'd right before it happened.
Poor Jirachi.
Yeah.
Is he in a tornado?
But yeah, I just think the longer that they can keep this Nautilus from team fights, I think the better. And if they can make it to a situation where Light Pulse just says, you know what, if this, I'm gonna go team fight anyway, then Garfield just takes towers. And then we'll still have his TP to answer. And I think that's a huge win condition right now for Goldie and the Silver Dwarves. Why did you message me that, Sal?
Oh, you said you never saw the website. So
I've just never been. I've had plenty of times to click it, but I've just never gone.
I gotcha. So you just don't care. My
Pretty much.
heart.
We'll go on.
I think, like I said, Cyan, because he's not a really good fucking tower pusher, but if he can get a ZZ Rot and then Light Pulse team fights, put the ZZ Rot ranks to tower and he can get some towers while that's happening.
Yeah, as much
I
as
think ZZ Rot should be his next
kind of-
item.
as much as I kind of dislike when top laners just go ZZ Rot and just push,
Banner
You
of
saying
Command.
Sion should get it?
Or
I
Ohm
do. Nah, not a
Yeah.
home record. Now you're getting too carried away.
Nah.
I think-
I would like to make an announcement. Double
No.
Lift has joined Team Liquid.
I
Are
don't
you
believe it for a
serious?
second.
Not fucking go look right now.
I'm looking.
Am I getting
Double Lift
trolled?
has joined Team Liquid.
I don't see this being
Yeah.
possible, but
Go
if
look.
it is,
Go
I'm
look.
hyped.
Go look.
Oh my god.
In case anybody on the stream does not know,
Seeing what this
I am a
is.
TL fan.
That's crazy.
Where would I go to find this out?
It's true. They're still gonna
Good
lose though.
opportunity for him to ease back into the competitive LCS scene.
I heard they asked Cutie Pie,
over
and
the
Cutie Pie's like,
remainder of the
"You guys are
split.
10th place. Why would I come to a 10th place team?"
Double Lift's position on Team Liquid will terminate at the end of the LCS spring split. His intention is to come back and trial for position on TSM in the summer split.
Wow.
I guess I guess this split really does not matter at all. So he's like, screw it.
Bare minimum, I think it could keep TL from
Double Lift and
relegation.
Piglet in one team. Oh,
Piglet's actually pretty
And
solid.
Rain over, man.
I gotta pick him up.
And Raino. Oh, on your fantasy team?
Yeah.
I'll be intrigued to see how that goes. I think Piglet's actually like really strong mid lane, and it's a lot better suited for what he wants to do. And Doublelift has no issues just playing utility if that's what he has to do. I could see that leading to at least not dropping out of the LCS.
Oh, but nah, damn.
And hey, if they win out, maybe they'll make the playoffs. 9-9 the dream. 9-9 the dream.
Right.
Never know.
Hey, I'm just glad they
You
picked up the win
never
on
know.
Immortals because when we were watching, like when I was watching that game, Dardock at one point like made a comment of like I think they're realizing that they should have kept me. I'm like, Dardock, shut up. They didn't get rid of you because you suck. They got rid of you because of your attitude.
He's a cocky guy.
Damn.
Like, you're a good player. They always said that. It's just your attitude was not good, and if that's the way you're talking, I don't think it's improved at all.
Oh, he's
Oh,
Jirachi's back.
snap.
Let's see.
Good, we were
20
running out
minutes
of ways
in.
to fill time. It took him 10 minutes.
Did it really? Oh.
Well,
Chudo made a comment in all chat. Got to throw in that Will Brooks smash talk in case he's watching. Will Brooks, I hope you're watching. Although let's be real, you're probably duoing because I just saw your message about it.
Trying to climb out of bronze.
I believe in you, Will. Take my strength. I don't need it right now.
you can do it, Will. Just play Malzahar.
I mean, that's all he does anyway.
That's all you need.
So, Jirachi's back.
This is funny because when we played Seven Deadly Lee Sins, we had like a 25-minute.
I remember
pause.
that right at the start of the game. I don't think I
Because-
was casting, but I was watching and I was like, well, what is going on?
I
somebody
remember back
on-
in a world where Greg was like, hey, I have work very early tomorrow. I would very much like to start this game early. Let alone fucking late and then pause for 10 goddamn minutes.
Wait, that sounds like it's now.
We need to
I'm
put our
messaging him.
donations, invest into League computers, I guess, or something. I don't know. Or
Yeah, dude.
laptops.
Dude, I would have no issues if I
Or-
somehow
or
randomly got a
internet.
really good computer as a result of this league. I'd be perfectly okay with that. It would never happen.
We're back in.
And we are back.
Wait, are we?
We back in the hizzy.
Oh, there we go.
Back, boys.
And Blackistrand picked up the farm that he was looking at for 12 minutes. Alright.
At least it was confirmed.
What?
Got the farm?
I think he actually only got one of them though. That's the funny part.
I said he got the farm.
No.
Greg is always right.
Ooh,
That's a lie.
Are you guys at 1843?
yes.
Yes. 44, 45.
Shudo might.
Chudo's got double buffs. I don't even know how that happened.
Well, he doesn't have
Shante is
double
doing
buffs.
so much work on Ari though.
Oh yeah, Shante.
He might get converged on here.
Oh, the Hoagie with the hook on the Jirachi. They're coming in. The Leona ultimate's not enough. Meanwhile, at the same time, there's a fight going on top lane. Lightpulse has caught himself in a 2v1. He does not want to be in. Jingo has come up here now. The ultimate's coming out from Nautilus. Xerath does ultimate. Oh, he gets one. He gets two on Nautilus. He's going to go down, though, eventually. They do get the flash kill. And Shantae's going to go down to Belkstrand, though, at the exact same time he's being chased around the map. So he's going to go down. So,
And he procced the Rift Turtle. No, Rift Turtle's about to beat on Black for a little while.
That was nuts. Oh, looks like
Sion is
changing
so
here. Here comes
tanky.
Belkstrand in for the gank. The W and Q are down for Sion. Belkstrand is coming in. He does get the Q off, does get the taunt, doesn't use the LW yet. Here comes the Wolves. Foxes, excuse me. The Giraffes. Here come the Giraffes.
Mate, you were all over the place in that cast.
Woo!
Called them wolves,
I was
and then you
banging, though.
called a charm a taunt. Like, woo!
Dude, it's been a while.
Greg, you're rusty. You're rusty.
Maybe if teams had games more often. Ooh, shots fired.
Oh,
And we have an engage going in right now. The bomb's coming out from Ziggs. Not gonna be able to get anything of it though. That is a pretty substantial gold lead for Family Man, since he has 3 kills and 4 assists and 20
yeah,
farm.
he's up 2,800.
Let him have that Draven, man. It's like his favorite champion.
Yeah, I mean we banned it.
Yeah, it's his best champion by far.
There's something about comfort picks that just we might see a play here on the Hoagie.
Ooh, nice
I don't think he
satchel
knows
charge.
that Light Pulse is here.
Oh, he misses the flash blade though on the Leona. He's trying to hold Family Man in place. The TP's coming from Garfield. Gonna
TP's
come in.
coming in.
Hoagie's down to quarter health. Sylvana does get exhausted. Here comes the Scion. The execute from Draven coming out, collecting that gold. Garfield
Chudo's
just
on
going in
Jirachi.
right now. The charm landed on Chudo. Ari's gonna pick up the kill. They're still chasing Light Pulse. Not gonna be able to get him. There's 2 alive, low health. Xerath is ulting, trying to finish off the Nautilus. Meanwhile, Belkstrand's going in, is able to pick up Blitzcrank.
Hoagie's down.
7DL's gonna have to back out of this though. Looks like Jingo's trying to make a kill down here, but Xerath is just chasing him to no end. Looks like this is just gonna be a bad fight for 7 Deadly Sins. Looks like Goldie and Silver Dwarfs might try to get this tower. They don't have a wave to work with. Ooh.
There's that Ziggs wave clear though. Like all in all, it was an even fight. And Jonathan's gonna TP back mid. All in all, it was an even fight. The original lead is that Goldie and Silver Dwarfs got was that they were able to stick better. But Jirachi just got the wave clear that they can't even take the tower off of that. I would love to see. Yep, we're going to see the ZZ Rat. We got the Raptor cloak on Garfield Juice. I think there's
And
only one
Blitz
other.
with the banner command, man. They're going for the
I think-
full-on minion push.
I think there's only one other item in the game that Raptor Cloak builds out of, and it's the Talisman of Ascension. And Garfield Juice isn't going Talisman, so that's.
I could see it.
ZZ Rat. No.
He can be really fast.
The dredge line
Oh,
on
a
Chudo.
nice dredge line. Shudo's gonna be half health, gonna jump away. That's gonna make it tough to
got
contest the
Dragon
dragon,
trouble.
though.
What dragon is this too? Is this an Inferno Dragon? Looks like it's just
It's a
going to be a
cloud.
free one for 7 Deadly
But-
Sins. No, it looks like at the same time though, Goldie and the Silver Dwarves are working the map pretty well. They do have the Scion top
Absolutely.
lane, the 3 mid lane. They're going to get that mid tower. They could rotate top. This is a very good rotation for them. 7
That's
Deadly
exactly what
Sins
we
are
were
going to have to
talking
come
about.
through at a weird angle.
That's exactly what we were talking about. Was cool. Light Pulse can go team fight, and maybe they'll win a fight. But if Garfield Juice just posts up top lane, they're gonna lose so much for it. And they've already lost 1 tower mid, and they're potentially gonna lose a second one. We do have Light Pulse and Jingo here to counter this. I don't know if they know that
didn't even
Chudo's
take
here.
that
though.
dragon.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're not prioritizing the dragon. MSK's it's an Ocean Drake. I said Inferno, I meant Ocean Drake.
Those are like completely opposite. Water and fire.
I can't hear you over the sound of Shadow Drake. It gives
Uh,
everyone
Shadow
stealth.
of
Why not touch for
War.
10
I'll
seconds?
just
Or what if there was a dragon that made your character a little less easier to see?
What if there was a dragon that just made your champion twice as big.
Symphonic Salute just ran right by
Symphonic
Draven.
is taking all this
Oh,
damage here.
no.
He's stunning Sir Hoagie under the dragon,
He's
though.
coming in.
Sir Mega Bomb is coming out. Ooh, not going to be able to kill Hoagie. Going to get the mana barrier to pop. This is a family man. Jirachi one-on-one here. The rest of 7 Deadly Sins is coming. The Dredge Hook, the Exhaust to finish him off. Jirachi is not going to go down, though. That's a kill coming out. For Jirachi there, oh excuse me, for Light Pulse. Looks like they're going to pick up this dragon now. At the same time, 7 Deadly Sins are pushing top. Zeret's coming with the ultimate to try to get it, but it does not steal the dragon. And it looks like Goldie and Silver Dwarfs might get this tower here, so they might make this kill worth it. Killing dragon, yeah, they are going to get it, so.
That was ballsy by Symphonic Salute. Just like walk right past the Fed Draven. But it worked out. I think ultimately gold-wise, it still shifts a little bit in favor of Goldie and the Silver Dwarves off of that play. The good thing is it gives the dragon over to 7 Deadly Sins. They get a kill, they get the shutdown, which is also going to be big. So I mean, maybe it was actually, I forgot it was a shutdown. Maybe it was actually a little bit of a gold swing. We're still looking at almost an 8k gold lead for Goldie and the Silver Dwarves. I still think this game's on a timer, though. I think they get outscaled. I think they got to find a way to win. Nice hook there by Super Hook.
And Draven's following up here. At the same time, looks like 7 Deadly Sins are trying, or excuse me, yeah, they are. Looks like they're trying to get around this dragon here. Chudo's a little bit out of place. The Dredge Line's coming onto him. He does have to use his ultimate. He does get out with Leap. Lucky survived for Chudo, but he was very out of place there. That could have been his life. He didn't have to use his flash, though, so that's pretty beneficial for them.
He didn't have to flash. Chudo didn't have to flash.
So, I'm saying that's good that he didn't use it.
Oh, gotcha.
So, this could honestly go either way at this point, man. The game's pretty close. Oh, looks like 4 members of 7 Deadly Sins are coming down bottom. Goldie and the Silver Dwarfs do have a River Bush.
Hoagie's already
Looks like
at
they
4th
do try
health.
to get the ultimate from Leona. He does miss. The
Nice
Super Mega
dodge.
Bomb's coming out onto Blitzcrank. Does take a lot of damage. Family Man is by himself. Gonna go down to the ultimate from Nautilus as well. They did not pick up the kill on Super Hoagie, but are they going to do anything with it? It might be hard against this banner powered minion here.
And none of them take it.
That was a smart buy by Blitzcrank.
Yeah, they can't do anything to it, my god.
Because they all deal magic. Oh, well, you got the Targon's proc off for it, but that's actually not bad at all into his league.
That's a good idea.
What's he gonna push with? His auto attack? Chudo and Shantae here. That's still magic damage. It wouldn't impact the.
Oh, looks like we do have a fight potential coming down bottom. Here comes the ultimate now from Xerath. Does miss the first
Chudo's
one.
in
Chudo
1v3.
does ult, but does take a lot of damage here. They are able to pick up the kill, no problems. Finally down to a quarter health. Does go down to the Xerath Q. Knocked up from Sion coming out, plus the Xerath stun. All that damage, Thunderlords is procced, and that is going to be Light Pulse's life. Our Goldie and the Silver Dwarves is going to take the Baron now.
Probably good idea.
Baron might be tough. It might be more beneficial to just go push down bot lane tier 1, just because they're on the other side of the map. Like,
Get some free
yeah,
yards.
TP top.
I don't know if they can though. I mean, they don't really have much of a wave.
They might just run down mid. Oh, but they can't even push there. Our wave player too strong. I would have loved to have seen Yarkajuice pop his ZZ Rot, like in the Tribush or something down there, and just start getting that wave pushing for him. At a certain point, it becomes time for Darfajuice to just go bot lane, because there's not really much he can split push safely topside. It really, now it's probably almost that time actually where he goes bot side, and you can put either your Xerath or you can put your Draven in that top lane and have them farm where it's a lot safer, got a lot more turret coverage, than overextending into that bot lane.
TP on the Xerath.
And yes, and that's so they sent the Xerath bot lane, although they're converging with Family Man and Super Hoagie. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Sioner and Shantae take the mid lane, or take the bot lane, and then throw your bot lane into mid lane. Because now what's going to happen is they've got the They got the push on mid, and they have a Ziggs. This tower might be gone in 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, oh, the dredge line is landing on the Xerath. He does have the flash away. The ultimate's also coming out. They are trying to finish it here. Looks like he is going to go down. At the same time, Goldie and the Silver Dwarves are coming for a flank here. The rest of their damage is not there to follow. They don't have the Kha'Zix or the Draven yet. So this is a 2v2 that could not be bad for them. Oh, Goldie and the Silver Dwarves are going to go in now. Symphonic still does seem to be caught up, but all the skill shots are missing. Still trying to follow us up. Shooter leaps into two of them. Flashing away, trying to kill Bellenstrand. Does miss the W. Doesn't get the Q, but it looks like he's going to have to also try to get the last kill. Ignited by Ahri. Going to go down in the process. Getting the slow on the Symphonic. But it looks like it's a bad fight coming out for Goldie and the Silver Dwarves. Not looking like their best in that one.
Well, because they lost bot lane, too. Because Family Man wasn't even in that fight. He was just pushing bot.
Yeah, they didn't
tower.
engage with their kills.
And they never got the tower. Seven Deadly Sins had the push on mid lane. They had every way to be able to take
yeah,
that.
I mean, that goes back to what you were saying,
Spot.
is they got to utilize that TP. I mean, why are you having Family Man, an AD carry, not put, you know, not just group, but have your literal character with TP push bottom lane, you know?
Right, I think it would have been a much cleaner win. I'm even talking like Seven Deadly Sins. They chose to fight there instead of just taking the tower. They wound up losing the fight and losing a tower in bot lane.
Well, I don't think
Take
they
the standing gold.
They lost the tower in bot lane, but I don't think they lost the fight. It was a 3-for-1.
All they killed was Chudo.
Only one.
So
No,
it's just
two.
2-for-1, I think.
But-
1-for-2.
And they lost a lot of
They
people.
didn't get that mid tower. You are right. That is a good point.
Like, I mean, I understand you had to pick, and Sebastian hit a really nice hook there. Don't get me. I just think sometimes you just need to get the tower. I was just playing a game with a kid who got a quadra kill in top lane, and then was like, my penta, and he just ran mid lane and died.
And looks
I was like, we
Cody's
could have taken
trying
tower.
Trying to ward here.
He has
Low bad
flash.
plays. Oh, but he doesn't go down. He's pretty tanky with that locket. Light Pulse is coming in. Does get the dredge
nice.
line into him. He's trying to
Nice
follow
hook.
up. Light Pulse does be a little bit out of place now. Garfield tries to get the knockup. Only gets the slow. At the same time, Graves is top way. This could be a fight that Goldie and the Silver Dwarfs want to fight here.
Ooh, nice dredge line.
Only hits one person. This could be a great fight for Goldie and the Silver Dwarfs. Xerath's coming out with the ultimate here. They're getting the damage down. That Nautilus is just so tanky. Jirachi still hasn't been touched, but this looks like a very good team fight for them. The flash coming in for Family Man, picking up a double kill.
The life
He's
steal
still
and the
alive. He's
heal.
trying to chase this down. Looks like they're not going to be able to. Meanwhile, at the same time, Jingo and Jade is pushing top. Are they going to respond by going to Baron? Dragon?
the
What's what they're
Baron.
going to do?
This is the Baron. I'd say go right to Baron. You've got Garfield Juice is huge, and he can tank that for days right now.
I went Dragon.
I don't dislike that choice either. It is an Infernal. It's not bad. I think they could have Baroned. I think the Dragon is safer.
And that's an Infernal Dragon there coming out. That's going to be some nice damage there.
Jingo's just playing
beneficial to
split
the
push.
Draven. With Super Hogue, he's coming in for the play up here. It is by himself. He just put the banner of Command Minion in a lane, literally the only lane with an AD character, but regardless, trying to use it.
Sending a message. That's all it's about.
Oh, we got a TP coming in from Garfield
I
Juice.
don't know what they're trying
He
to
has his ult.
do.
Save that pink ward.
Worth.
Save the pinks. Maybe
50
they'll
gold.
push on Baron. Maybe not.
I think I do agree. I think it's a little questionable. I like Sign top here because he's got the banner minion and he's got his ZZ right. But now he doesn't have a TP. The fortunate thing for him is that the next fight that happens will inevitably happen around
Why
Baron.
is he top though? Why would he not just be bottom? Well, yes, he doesn't have TP, but he does have his ultimate. But like, you're not gonna be able to push it up there. Looks like a beautiful fight coming out right now. Sion is ultimate. Jirachi goes down to that damage. Family Man is just sitting on the bot line. Does get a dredge line on him, but it's no problem. They're gonna take him down. Gonna take Symphonic down. Exhaust is using the Jingo. Still trying to chase here. Here comes Chudo with the ultimate in. Does leap in, getting that damage down. Not enough to get him to go. Xerath. Oh, Draven picking up that last kill actually. Another kill. Another double kill coming out from Family Man on this Draven. They're gonna try to get the tower. What'd you say?
That should be Baron.
Oh, they might get an inhib out of this. I mean, there's 4 dead. Yeah, they are opting to get the inhib. The safer
They can
call
go
here.
inhib
Get
and
the
then
inhib
Baron
and
after
then
the
get Baron
days. Yeah,
afterwards.
you're right. What Greg's saying it's a safer call to just not rush Baron?
They could get this. What are they doing? Get the inhib. There's still 4 dead. Why are you leaving? Oh no. I could see this turning into disaster. I
They
could see
got
this
it.
potentially turning
Nice
into disaster.
stun.
I can still see this though.
Ooh, that damage.
I mean, they're low health trying to run away. Now it looks like it's just gonna be. But that was if they'd all stayed, they would have got that a little cleaner. But in the end, an inhib coming out for Goldie and the Silver Dwarves. That Draven damage is just huge right now.
The banner command is still.
It just died to the tower.
See, like if he had that ZZ Rock bottom lane, they probably would have had this tower by now.
I don't disagree with him getting the split set up top because that's where Hoagie put the Banner of Command minion, and I think it's a good tool for.
Well, the idea is that he should have put the Banner minion in bottom lane, and
Well,
not in the lane with the AD. That's what it goes back to.
I don't disagree with that either. I'm just in that circumstance.
He
I think
already
that
used
was
it. I see what you're saying.
the best place. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You could have just kept that Banner top and then gone bottom by yourself. But yeah, I get what
True,
you're saying.
because then the banner's like effectively your whole other person in the top
Right.
lane. I guess I could see that too.
Either way, I get what you're saying though. Gonna see how team fights pan out here a little bit. You gotta give the advantage to Goldie. Seems like they just have a pretty well-rounded comp that Enchante and Family Man can kind of excel in a little bit.
Scion's gone Titanic Hydra, and I think he just bought it straight up. Like he didn't even have a Tiamat in his inventory or anything, and now he's got it. We might see a Baron call
Here
going
comes
here.
the Scion ultimate coming in. He's not
Oh
gonna be
my
able
God,
to
this
get
is
it
gonna
here.
be-
Meanwhile, at
this
the
could be
same
Baron
time,
for 7
some of
days.
the Sins are going for Baron. This could be a very questionable decision. Oh, they are out of place here. Super Hoagie trying to get the hook in. Doesn't get the damage, but Baron is just ticking on him. Leona taking tons of damage. Scion coming in with the flash. Oh, not going to be able to get a kill. Xerath ulting as well. Super Mega Bomb used from Ziggs trying to get that damage. Garfield is going to pick one up here. Very low, very low. 7 Deadly Sins going to go down. The slow from Scion coming out. The leap about to come from Trudeau. He does get the slow. This could be probably the
Nice.
game. Or Baron. And the game. And the game. And the game.
But Baron,
Why?
But
End the game.
Baron,
There's one alive.
I
You
don't-
hit him. Just go end the game.
I don't disagree with you, Greg.
Ugh,
That was
triggered.
a phenomenal. What's it called? Stand aside. Is that the name of the ability for?
Yeah, yeah.
That was. It canceled Light Pulse's dredge line onto a wall, and effectively said, "Nope, you are staying here, and we are killing you." That was really strong Draven mechanics coming out of Family Man. And now I feel like at this point it's just a matter of playing it out, and it's on 7 Deadly Sins to see if they can engage in the weak spot of. I'm assuming it looks like they're going into a potential 1-1-3, which is a little different. I imagine Enchante will rotate down to bot lane once the wave gets pushed, and they could keep Garfield Juice in the top lane. I don't know why he's hanging around mid, to be honest. There's nobody top. And you are a Scion with teleport with your ZZ Rod up. Just go top lane.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll just try to group here and win a team fight, I guess. I don't know. The Dredge Line's coming out. Light Boss is out of place here. The stun from Xerath getting the slow on him. The knockdown is coming down. It's only going to be a slow, though. Still the damage coming out. The Super Mega Bomb is used. It's not going to get anyone. Garfield opting his ultimate. Xerath still doesn't use the rest of his procs, but he tries to get him on Jingo. He still has one more left. He does get the double kill, but that's going to Family Man here. Jirachi's taking a lot of damage. Looks like he's going to go too. Leona using the W to try to stay alive. Here comes Chudo on the back line. Leaps in, gets the kill on Jirachi. Leaps it back, getting at the tower. Now this will be game.
This.
Please.
But Dragon's almost up, Drag.
Oh my gosh, he stopped talking.
Yeah, it's gonna be game. Blagastran trying everything he can do. And this is looking like it's going to be a victory for Goldie and the Silver Dwarves in 37.5 minutes or so. It'll be 36-13. Greg, I do not have the Twitch chat up, so can you do the poll for
Oh, sure,
MVP?
you lazy poop.
Yo, I'm sorry I don't have two
Lazy poop.
I'd rather be a lazy poop than an aggressive one.
Yeah, so I decided we're going to change it to who was Game 1 player of the game. I think that's a more accurate representation.
I can't disagree with that. And
Gnarls Barkley, MVP of Game 1.
He was trash.
yo,
No.
bring it. Um, it's a hard decision because Family Man was popping off. But Garfield Juice was demolishing top lane, which is strange for me to say for somebody against
Oh,
Light Pulse.
crud.
He's a strong top laner, and that's it's a little unlike him. And Enchante was hitting a lot of his skill shots. It's a tough one. I'd probably give it to Garfield Juice. He didn't die at all. I think there were a couple split push choices he could have done a little better, but in general, there.
I agree with that. I think he was second most damage on their team behind Xerath, or no, third behind Draven. He did more damage than Kha'Zix that game, and he was a pivotal role in providing CC and peel for their team. So I think he deserves MVP. I don't think he died either.
Boys, go make a note in your MVP vote then.
I will.
Yo, but then I had to pull up Twitch.
Or the poll won't work.
Give me Paul
Ooh.
Air.
We try again, boys.
Switch to desktop mode.
All right, guys, but we're going to take the second to take a break right here. Catch us back in 1 second. Oh, there's the poll. Go vote. But we're taking the break. We'll be back 20
Are we coming
seconds.
back? Are you still streaming?
We'll talk.
Okay. We may or may not be back.